The brand new movie that just hit theaters this past Friday. The film is co-written and directed by Edgar Wright. It's his first directorial film since 2021's Last Night in Soho. He's also directed films like Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And this movie is also based off of a Stephen King novel. The lead character is Glenn Powell as Ben Richards, someone who is struggling to pay for his child's illness. In a dystopian world, he lives in a very poor life and he auditions to become the running man, someone to survive 30 days running, which will help provide money for his family. But again, if he has to survive the 30 days without being killed by hunters and being caught by other civilians who are also looking to make a buck on his death. The Running Man was created and ran by the character played by Josh Brolin. Coleman Domingo is also in the movie. He plays the host of the Running Man TV show. Sean Hayes is in the movie. A bunch of other supporting performances, including William H. Macy, Lee Pace, Emilia Jones, Katie O'Brien, and many more. And Michael Cera as well. The film is 2 hours and 15 minutes long and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. If you're new, guys, to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of 2025, so it would mean a lot to you to subscribe. I talk movies, TV shows, entertainment, box office, award shows, all of it. This is the channel for you if you're interested in that type of topics. So please subscribe and ring the bell. Comment down below. First of all, are you a fan of the original Running Man starring Arnold Schwarzenegger? Was this better or worse? Are you a fan of Edgar Wright? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know down in the comments. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So I have never seen, shockingly, the original Running Man, and I am a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. So I knew nothing about this IP, both from the Stephen King novel nor from the 1987 original movie. So I was pretty excited because I am a big fan of Edgar Wright because I grew up watching his movies, especially with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Loved Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But it's crazy. Last Night in Soho didn't totally work for me, and but I'm still excited because I love Glenn Powell. This cast is amazing, and I gotta say, guys, this is one of the most disappointing movies for me of 2025. And I didn't have super high expectations. I did not love the trailers for this movie. Um, and that led to me kind of not really loving my expectations, excuse me, for this movie, but I was still pretty excited for this film, and I found myself being underwhelmed. Now, on a positive level, the only thing that keeps this movie at all exciting, in my opinion, is this really fantastic cast. Glenn Powell definitely is a leading man in Hollywood. His charisma, he's very someone you're want to root for very easily. He also, which is really good for a movie star, just has great chemistry always with all of his co-stars. He's believable in the action set pieces in the movie. He really brings it his all in this film. This is a character who's also kind of a hothead. He has an anger temperature, I guess. It raises all the way up when he gets pissed off, but you also feel like he does care for his family a lot. Coleman Domingo chews up the scenery in this movie. He is a lot of fun as the host of the show. Probably my favorite performance in the movie. Josh Brolin, when he's in the movie, is also quite good. The whole ensemble, it's a great cast that Edgar Wright assembled for this movie. It's also a very slickly made action film. It's well made. There's a lot of technology because it's a dystopian future where all this technology is ruling the world and really the country itself. And I thought they did a really good job giving you that escapism from our United States into this version of the United States of America. I thought all the technology and the innovation I thought was quite inventive. And not just inventive, but it also made sense in a futuristic United States. So I thought that stuff really worked for me. The energy, I would say, was there, not as much as I wanted from an Edgar Wright movie. But this to me is a weird experience because I think the first half of the movie I thought was fine. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was good enough. Like I was enjoying myself. The problem here is as the movie goes on, it just loses and goes off the train tracks. It just goes off the rails to such a degree that made this a underwhelming experience in the theater because The first half, I would say, is a fun enough action movie. You have the dystopian future. You have really charismatic people. I was enjoying myself. Did I think it was a great movie or a good movie? No, but I thought it was good enough for what this was. But as the movie kind of goes on, I think the problem from this movie is the story and the tone because I love Edgar Wright. And one thing that you want to watch with an Edgar Wright movie is that distinct energy and flavor that you just don't get from other filmmakers. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Baby Driver in particular, just feel like Edgar Wright movies. And for me, I struggle to feel like this was a true Edgar Wright movie for the majority of the film. It felt like it for the first hour, but as it kept going, it wasn't working. And I think that the biggest problem is the tone. This movie is trying to achieve two very different things. The first thing is give you a fun event action movie. And I think at times it delivers that. There's definitely some cool action sequences. In particular, my favorite action sequences was with the Michael Cera part of the movie. I thought that was the most fun, action-packed, Edgar Wright feeling sequence of the whole film. It felt like a one take. It was really fast, energetic, got me on the edge of my seat. That's the type of action I expected in this movie. The other problem here is this movie is trying to deliver a lot of messages. Definitely about fake news, definitely about how we get the news, from where do we ever question where we get news from or where we get our outlets or should we trust everyone basically who's in power? All of these different things. And I think this movie becomes overly preachy because it is some heavy-handed messaging. And I agree with the messaging for this movie, but it is so heavy-handed and in your face, and it repeats the same heavy-handed messages throughout, especially the last 45 minutes of the movie. And the film is nearly 2.5 hours, and it really has no business being that long. You could easily cut 30 minutes out of the movie, make it like a 1 hour and 45 minute movie, would have felt a lot more tight because there was a point where I was like, this is probably a good place to get Ben Richards maybe into the end portion of the movie, out of this particular situation. And then, not just did they not, but we still have another 30 minutes of the movie. And the film, the more you think about it, is too stupid, too over the top, and honestly, extremely convoluted. And with this IP and the world building here, it was honestly some really good set piece to create. Yes, are there some action scenes and can it be quite over the top? Yes. But you could really ground this movie in making the characters kind of feel like real people. Um, and I think the movie struggles as it goes on to keep this movie in somewhat of a real situation where it just doesn't feel like anyone's a true human being. Characters have to make insanely stupid decisions in order for the movie to keep going. And the characters make stupider and stupider decisions as the movie goes on. And I just did not think, I thought the last 40 minutes of this movie were really bad. And it completely took away from an enjoyable experience for me. So this is a frustrating watch because I agree again with the messaging of the movie. I found it to be quite heavy-handed, so on the nose. And I think this film tonally couldn't balance these strong, heavy messages, blending it with a stupid turn off your brain action movie. And I think if this movie grounded itself a little more in reality, the messaging would have hit harder. I think the action would be more intense, but none of that's present here. So this to me I've seen a lot worse movies than Running Man. This just was not for me. So overall, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars. I am going 44% for The Running Man, which just hit theaters. What are your thoughts, guys, on this movie? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.